Oh. Hello. This is pretty dope. Pretty cool intro. How are you guys doing? Did you get any sleep? No? Alright, cool. It's like you never went offline. This is the first launch of a four launches in 24-hour marathon of launches while EJ also tries to move things from one house to another and lose tons of sleep time. Yep. Hey EJ, weird seeing a stream this late. Well, we gotta launch the L199 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Go at throttle up.
Who's hurt? 20-month resub, thank you. How's not sleeping doing for you? Dude, I've been up for a while. Yeah, it's doing really bad. Yeah, really bad. Hey MC, what's up? And it sucks because I can't drink any coffee because I gotta go to sleep. I literally gotta shut the stream off, find the bed, sleep, wake up at 6:30 for Sibbers, right? And then my day starts after that, dude. Between Sibbers and NS22, I'm going to be packing, and then we're gonna cover NS22, and then right when NS22 comes back down, I'm out and moving stuff to the apartment, and then I'll be back for the Falcon 9 launch, dude. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna start at Space News. I'm not gonna start Space, well, maybe. Well, I'll try to shoot for Space News at 4, but I can't guarantee that, man. How goes the move? It's going alright, dude. It's going okay. It's tough balancing streams with Space News and rocket launches, but it's okay. It's okay. Your boy will handle it. Tomorrow is the last, today, now, the Falcon 9 launch, the KPLO mission is the last stream you'll see from this apartment, dudes. Yeah. Internet goes out. Internet goes out Friday. It's gone. So, and then it doesn't come back till the 9th. So I'm going to be 3 days with no internet. That's going to suck. Oh, wait. Do we got Rocket Lab coverage here? Nope. So, yeah. 3 days of just doing normie stuff. Crazy. Hey, Element, what's going on? Element, did I, here, hold on. Rocket Lab, well, this is for L199, fellas, but here. Element, did you see the picture from this afternoon? Check this out. I took this picture today. Well, yesterday now. Here. Hey, Moha. I love seeing you live in 3 different places. It's pretty nuts, man. Here, take a look. This is from... I climbed up on the shelf and put the camera up in the corner of the garage and took a picture. What time is the next launch? 15 minutes, honey? Yeah. Where's the banana for scale? How about a Hoonigan logo for scale? Does that work? There's an Ender 3 Pro and then an Ender 3 S1. Yeah. Yeah, I got all the 3D printers moved down there. Thanks, Fearcraft. Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta start packing down this room. Tomorrow. Here we go. Here we go. It's time, dudes. Lunchtime, baby. That's right, Element, yeah. Yeah, Canadian. I'll admit, I've been streaming from the apartment for about 4 years. I streamed from my home, my parents' house, from 2012 to 2017. So just a little bit longer. It's late 2018 is when basically December of 2012 to September of 2018. Yeah, 6 years from there. Hopefully we can do 6 years at this next house.
Evening on August
Here we
4th
go.
here in New Zealand at Rocket Lab's Mission Control Centre as we count down to the 5 p.m. local time launch of this national security
I appreciate
mission
you going on this
for the
ride
National
with me, dudes.
Reconnaissance Office. On your screen is a view of our Electron rocket vertical and ready on the pad at Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1 in
I don't know what you're talking about,
on
Buck.
the East Coast.
We
My name is Muriel Baker.
don't talk
Thank you
about
for
that.
joining us for our 29th Electron launch to deploy the NROL-199 payload to orbit. Our first attempt at launching this Antipodean Adventure for the NRO was stood down earlier this week due to strong winds, but with much more settled weather today through the launch countdown so far, we are on track for launch right at the top of the launch window, opening at 5 p.m. local time. That's 5 a.m. UTC and 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 10 p.m. Pacific if you are joining us from that time zone. Today's NROL-199 mission is the NRO's fourth launch of the year and the second on Electron from Launch Complex 1. It's one of more than a half dozen launches planned by the NRO in 2022 to help provide 500,000 plus government users with intelligence information that enables them to protect the United States interests and support worldwide humanitarian efforts. Now at
this is Rocket Lab's 39th launch. I think it's their sixth this year. Let me consult next space flight here. Let's see. So it's the 94th orbital attempt of 2022, 29th mission for Rocket Lab's 6th mission of 2022. It's launching from Complex 1B, the Mahia Peninsula in New Zealand. This is the L199 mission, Antipodean Adventure. And L199. What does it do? Yes. Does things.
On mission, proceeding with the go no-go sequence.
Is this a land center or mission control? I still can't tell.
Let's go.
GNC.
GNC's go.
VCON.
VCON, let's go.
Yes.
T1.
T1 is go.
GC.
GC is go.
ELS.
ALS is go.
RSO.
It's above your pay grade. Range.
RSO is go.
Okay.
Net.
Range reports.
It is go.
MM.
MM is go.
SVMD.
SVMD go.
LD sub.
LD sub is go.
That concludes the go no-go sequence.
Yeah,
we are
it's a
T-minus 11
reusable
minutes,
booster,
22
but they're not
seconds and
going to
counting.
reuse it.
We are go for terminal count at T-minus 10 minutes. From this time, the 3-word hold procedure is in effect.
Alright. Yeah, if you note, this Electron has a red interstage. It's because every rocket from now on,
as you heard
Rocket Lab
at
is
the
going
conclusion of the
to build in a
go, no-go
reusable
poll, we are
configuration.
moving forward with the launch of the NROL-199 mission in just over 10 minutes' time. Liftoff has been set for right at the top of the launch window today, but if we need to scrub for
Please,
any
God,
reason,
do not do
we have
that.
a 2-hour block to try again and recycle the count as we need. Otherwise,
no.
launch is possible again tomorrow if we need to.
Please do that if
Today's
you scrub.
mission is our second of 2 back-to-back
no.
launches for the NRO from Launch Complex 1. Around 3 weeks ago, on July 13th, we launched the NROL-162 mission from Pad A, achieving a flawless launch and payload deployment to deliver the satellite to orbit. Now, NROL-162 and 199 are the third and fourth missions awarded to us by the NRO under their rapid acquisition of a small rocket contract known as Razor. This approach allows the NRO to pursue the use of both large and small satellites to create a space architecture to provide global coverage to help answer a wide range of intelligence questions. The first 2 NRO missions to fly under Razor also launched on Electron in 2020 in a showcase of the NRO's capability to deploy missions from spaceports outside of the United States. It's great to be
Not a bad place
supporting
to
the
launch
NRO
from.
once again with launches on Electron, this time from 2 separate pads at Launch Complex 1. NROL-199 will be our 3rd launch from Pad B at LC1 in just over 5 months from when it was officially opened in late February. In fact, in just over the past 5 weeks, we have launched 3 missions from LC1. The first was the capstone mission to the moon from tonight's launch pad, Pad B,
It'll burn
followed
up in
only
the
15
atmosphere.
days
Well,
later
probably
by
won't. I don't know.
NROL-162 from Pad A, and now NROL-199 from Pad B for tonight's launch.
Actually, it could burn
Having
up.
2
Maybe they
launch
need
pads,
too much Delta
range
V.
assets, and mission integration facilities for our own exclusive
Cool.
use within the same spaceport makes back-to-back missions like our 2 NRO Razor launches possible.
Oh, that's really
To
neat.
start with, we can run concurrent campaigns at LC1 thanks to numerous clean rooms and plenty of room in the integration hangar for multiple rockets.
So, Starspace, Rocket Lab is an American company. They just launched in New Zealand. They are an American company, though. That's why they can get DoD contracts. You can't. The Department of Defense doesn't do contracts with not American companies. All the rockets are built in Long Beach. I've seen I parked my truck in front of their factory actually and took a picture. Yeah, it's right. It's right near Long Beach Airport. Yep.
The year, we are excited to see what Electron can do with 3 pads across 2
This NRO
continents
contract is
for
a
faster and
joint,
reliable access to space.
Is a joint U.S. Aussie mission though. Okay. What? Wait. What does that? Wait. What does that change? What I said? They only work with American companies, but the DoD can work with the Department of Defense can work with other governments. I don't understand the.
With 8 different rockets, one that's more than twice as tall as Electron.
I'm confused.
more
Back
than
off,
3
man. I'm a
times
scientist.
Its diameter, and capable of lifting more
good
than
to know, though.
40
That's cool.
times the payload mass
Hey,
that
Victor, what's going
Electron
on?
can lift.
That's like
That's
I'm
right.
good.
We are deep into the development of our
I mean,
large neutron rocket. designed for life.
They can work. DoD works with other governments all the time. They do that, but the Rocket Lab's still an American company. They just launched in New Zealand because Peter Beck is from New Zealand. Ooh, neutron.
Usability and cost reduction
Back off,
hard
man.
baked into the
I'm a
design
scientist.
from day
That's
one.
right, Meister. Yeah,
Building
it's
on
the
our
William Murray
extensive
collection.
experience in developing and flying Electron, Neutron incorporates our best innovations of the past, like
That's one of the
carbon
reasons why they
composite
use that launch
structures,
site.
and marries them with cutting-edge technology and designs of the future. Like
Okay,
our Embryo.
SWK, I got you, man. I just got to make sure we're on the same page. You know, this is New Zealand, right? And that is not the same country as Australia, right? We know this. We're all on the same page here, right? I'm sorry, I have to ask stupid questions sometimes. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So just saying matter of factly. I got you, man. I can't be too careful with freaking crazy people on the internet, you know what I'm saying?
Close to the
Anyway,
launch
let's enjoy
complex
some
2
launching,
pad for Electron.
About 6 minutes
Right
out.
now, the Neutron team is scaling up, so if you want to be part of the team building the rocket of the future, visit our website to view the open roles now. And while we're on the topic of Neutron, don't forget
Interesting.
to tune into
Well, good
our
to know,
Neutron
dude.
development update
All right,
on September
Strongback is
21st
feeling off.
to
There
hear
it
more
is.
about our development progress there. You
I
can
don't know,
register to
Stormy.
join that live webcast via
Yeah,
our website.
mission assurance.
But for now, back to the mission on the pad, NROL-199. Let's check back in with the Mission Control Center for the latest.
Alright, so we got Strongback going full back. If you're wondering what those cables are that are attached, those are basically wires. When the rocket goes up, that cable will pull all the way, and when it pulls when the rocket pulls the umbilical a certain distance, the connector will disconnect, and then that cable's attached to a counterweight inside of here, and it'll fall down, and then it'll pull the umbilicals away. Think of it like you know, like you pull shades down on windows, right? You pull it down, then you pull it down all the way to the bottom, and you let it go, and it goes kind of like that. If you pull those umbilical wires too far, so i.e. the rocket taking off, it'll and it springs taut, it'll drop the counterweight.
Every
No,
launch
no catch on
before
this
we roll
one.
out to the pad and get ready for
And
the
it'll
mission
pull
and
the
of course,
umbilicals with it.
ignition and liftoff
It'll pull
of
those
Electron.
umbilicals with the
Each
thing. Watch, it'll go
Rutherford
with the
engine
wire.
goes through a rigorous test
Hey,
campaign.
Denny, 52-month
Each of these
resub.
engines, and in fact
It's
each
my
of their
age in
components,
sub-months.
go through extensive quality assurance tests at our propulsion test facilities. Each pump and motor controller goes through a flight-like acceptance test on our test rigs before they are assembled to a Rutherford. And then each engine must first pass a bench test before moving through 2 hot fire tests at one of our engine test cells. Finally, once the engines are assembled into the 9-engine configuration we call the power pack, the entire first stage and its engines are tested. We call this a stack test, and this process is in fact
Yes,
repeated
ma'am.
for stage 1,
Yes.
stage 2, and the Curie engine module on our kick stage. Running our engines at least 3 times before launch is one of the many ways we drive mission assurance with Electron. Here's what our stage 1 full stack engine test looks like.
Ooh. Well, that's pretty neat. Okay, back to fast motion. Well, that's pretty neat.
So there you go, that's what 216,000 newtons of thrust looks like. And those engines will be doing the majority of the heavy lifting as we approach T0 in just over 3 minutes from now. So on that, we are very close to the terminal count for tonight's NROL-199 launch. Let's hand it over to our launch director to take us through the final reports from mission control operators and lead us into the 10-second countdown to
Team.
liftoff.
L199 forlorn, yeah.
Flight computer as goes are green.
Confirm as goes are green.
Beacon, lock auto sequence and confirm.
Confirmed locked.
All operators, this is the LD on mission. We are go for auto sequence. Start at T-minus 2 minutes. LD is go for launch.
Launch director reports go for launch here. This is Rocket Lab Electron Furiano, launching from the Mahia Peninsula off Pad 1 LC-1B. This is a mission, a joint U.S.-Australia mission, basically for the Department of Defense. Do we know what it is? Nope. It's called the L199 payload, and yeah, it does L199 things. Yeah, I don't know, Robot. Yeah, why are they doing static fires in the Shire? I mean, yes.
ADV's on internal power.
So this thing's gonna get going.
AFTS is green and enabled for flight.
Automatic flight termination system is online. Auto
Vehicle's
sequencer.
fully on internal power.
Okay. Auto sequencer should have started. The vehicle auto sequencer completed a handover to internal power per the mission. Well, power and telemetry guy. Basically, they shut it off from the grid. The batteries on board the rocket are powering the vehicle, and the auto sequencer is controlling all functions. We are 90 seconds out.
Looks like complete. System in recirculation.
Okay, they got a full tank of gas, half a pack of smokes. It's dark out where I'm at, and they're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Audio started here. Couldn't understand the company name. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is an
Anti-cars ring disabled.
Rocket Lab is an American company that launches out of New Zealand. T-minus 60 seconds. The logo is right behind me. See? Rocket Lab. That rocket is an Electron rocket.
Stage 1, Stage 2, best for flight.
Okay, tanks are up to flight pressure.
High flow engine purge enabled.
Okay, they started getting, purging down the engines. Basically getting them, it's basically like priming it.
Deluge is activated.
Pad deluge is on. T-minus 25 seconds. Note that all the vents...
T-minus 20 seconds and counting.
All the vents are closed. There's a little bit of a pop vent right there. That's no problem. T-minus 15. Watch this. This thing gets going.
10,
and it gets going
9,
fast. Ready?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Headphone
3,
users,
2,
you've been warned.
1, 0. And we have liftoff.
Oh no, Furiano, I cover everybody that launches. Yeah.
Vehicle switching
SpaceX,
over.
Rocket Lab, NASA stuff, ULA.
Stage 1 proportional.
Got another launch in
Is
about
nominal.
5 hours. Okay, they got a good lift there. T plus 30 seconds, everything's looking good.
HVB discharge looks nominal.
Entered burnout detect mode.
Yeah, those aren't rocket launches, Denny. Those are missiles. Differences.
There we go. T plus 50 seconds into the NROL
Yep.
199 mission
The
on its
reaction control
Antipodean
system nozzles
Adventure.
here.
Electron's engines will soon power down slightly to prepare the rocket to pass through max Q, or the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure
I cover
against
rocket launches,
Electron
Denny.
during launch.
You want to play in the big leagues, rocket launches, you got to launch rockets first. Remember that part.
Cleared max Q.
Stage 1
I'm in the
proportional
process right now,
nominal.
Snick. Okay, everything's looking good.
And
It's a little
Electron
windy,
has
you can
passed
see
through
the
max Q, the rocket's
rocket
first
kinda moving
major
around
test
there.
after leaving the
It's just a
pad
little
at
windy.
Launch Complex 1 on the coast.
Rocket Lab
You
being a
see
small
below there
rocket
on your
is kind of
screen.
susceptible to that.
Electron's 9 Rutherford engines
But
are
everything
firing
seems to be
hot as
looking
they
good.
burn through the first stage's tanks of liquid
Of course,
oxygen
mate.
and RP1 propellant. T plus 1 minute and
They do,
42
SWK,
seconds in
yep,
Electron's
yep. They put it
trajectory
in the
is
throttle
also
bucket.
looking good. The rocket is at now over 30 kilometers above Earth and moving quickly at nearly 4,000 kilometers an hour.
So about 20 miles up. Yeah, hooded
15 seconds to Miko.
Rocket Lab. It's a pretty good little rocket, man. Stand by for the main engine cutoff. You should see a puff of smoke come out the bottom here. And wait for it.
Miko confirmed.
Here we go. Stand by for stage separation. Okay. Good staging and ignition. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Adios first stage. There's that.
There
So,
you heard it and saw it on.
fellas, that is a recoverable booster, but unfortunately for this mission, the requirements for it, the Delta V requirements for the mission, basically say that you need that you're not going to reuse that one. But Rocket Lab, I don't know if I told you guys this during a recent space news or not, but Rocket Lab has switched over. Whoop, oh, there goes the fairing. Good fairing separation. You should see the other half. Yep, there they are. Rocket Lab has basically switched all Electron rockets from now on over to their reusable configuration. Some of them will still be expended, but most of them will involve a catch attempt. The L199 mission does not have that, once again, because of Delta V requirements. They need... I guess they need... Well, I mean, that doesn't really make sense, I guess, because it doesn't do a boost back burn, now that I'm really thinking about it. I mean, it's not Falcon 9. I don't know the reason. Maybe they just won't... Maybe it's too windy or something. And maybe the priority is, you know, launch for the DoD. That's not a customer you want to piss off. Because, right, like, it's not like they land. It's not like they land a retro burn like Falcon 9 style. You know? When throttling, do they smoothly throttle down or do the jumps? It's usually a smooth throttle down someone. That's why that step thrust with the BE4 was pretty damn impressive. Yeah, wait for the chutes is the only thing I can think of, Mank, right? Yeah, because they're not lugging the extra fuel up there. Yeah, it's got to be chutes. So this payload must be going to a high polar orbit or something.
Our kick stage can be maneuvered precisely to achieve pinpoint orbital drop-off of the NRO's payload.
Well, it has
And
RCS.
deployment
The
is
stage had
expected to take
RCS on
place
it, or at
around
least it
an
had
hour
the
from now.
thruster. But yeah, cool on Rocket Lab that they're going to basically standardize the reusable thing for Electron rockets now. The real easy way to tell is the red interstage. Yeah, red interstage. All right. The descent here is looking real good. The next step here.
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal.
Okay. You can tell because of the way it is. It's pretty neat.
Look at that beautiful view from space. Everything is
Everything looked
looking
good,
great
04.
so far on this Antipodean adventure. Coming up to T
Antipodean.
plus 5 minutes and
Antipodean.
9 seconds, and Electron's Stage 2 engine continues to fire nominally along our expected trajectory, ready to deliver the NRO payload to space.
Well, Flykin, this one is launching the L199 mission. What L199 does is actually...
We are about 1 minute away now from our next mission milestone, the swap of our rocket's batteries, providing electric power to the Stage 2 Rutherford engine you can see on your screen. So the Rutherford's electric fuel pumps use electricity rather than a pre-burner to operate. But once the batteries are drained, we don't need them anymore. They become unnecessary weight on the second stage.
And that's
so
what the
they're
satellite
discarded
does,
when
so
we swap to a fresh new
hopefully
one
that helps
to
clarify a
engine
couple
running.
of things.
This is our battery hot swap event, which you can see about 3/4 of the way up the timeline on the left of your screen, and coming up shortly on the main screen, you should see
Yeah,
that
Dylan,
shiny silver
I mean,
object pop through.
that's public knowledge, isn't it? Jeez. Understandable. Have a nice day. Could you repeat that? No.
Throttling down.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, yes, Shop. 55 months. Just got in here. I'm so confused. Good. No, the rocket is good. We should watch. See the battery up there? They're going to hot swap it and bye-bye. There it goes. So, because
right on time, we have had battery hot swap on the
because Electron is using it basically, I want to say it uses electronic fuel injection, but that's not exactly right. Instead of like a turbine turning a pump to get liquid fuel and oxidizer into the second stage, they got an electric motor doing it. There's a brushless electric motor in there that spins the turbo pump, or spins the pump. It's not a turbo pump. There's no turbine. So on the way up, the second stage, instead of like how you'd stage like a regular rocket, like you'd jettison a fuel tank or you jettison a whole stage, they swap the batteries. They jettison dead batteries. So once the battery runs out, they pop it right off and it burns up in the atmosphere. That's what you just saw. That was that metal box that was up on the right. That's definitely not there anymore.
The mission remains on its trajectory to orbit as expected, and all is going well for NROL-199.
Okay, I fell for it. Nice.
50 is saved.
Yeah, Shop, thanks for the 55, man. I appreciate it. I can throw batteries in the ocean way easier than that. They burn up, fellas. Yeah. Barrel, they burn up. The second stage is going way too
We
fast.
are well past the Kármán line now, traveling to this mission's destination in low Earth orbit. When we reach the end of this second stage burn and separate the kick stage, we'll
With
drift
permission
along
for
in
your
an
honor, yeah,
elliptical
gotta get
path
permission
around
to fly
Earth
up there
before
first.
the kick stage's engine
Oh, yeah.
lights up and propels the mission into a circular orbit. That happens just moments before payload deployment and the end of the mission for Rocket Lab. From the ground to space and...
Fly, can you ask a question? Wouldn't it be easier to just add more plumbing for a turbo pump than to waste batteries and stuff for electric pumps? Well, Rocket Lab clearly thinks it's a good idea, so maybe you should reconsider that. Right? This is not... Oh, well, wouldn't this be easier? Well, yeah, Rocket Lab's also small, or Electron's also small, and it's made out of carbon fiber, so it's very, 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 very light, enough to constitute having batteries and motors in there. Right? It's not aluminum, it ain't steel, it ain't titanium. The rocket's made out of carbon fiber fuel tanks. So it's super light, so that justifies an electric motor. Most second stage cones are ablative, forlorn, but those sparks just could be,
Seco confirmed.
Okay, there's second stage engine cutoff, there's the gas purge down. It could be a bunch of different things. It could be...
Perfect transfer orbit.
Because Carolocks just could be sparks coming out. Just oil do be like that.
There we go. That engine nozzle cooling off was the visual indicator, along with the confirmation from mission control that the second stage engine has shut down and the kick stage with the NRO payload has separated.
Electric
There are
pumps
still
may
a
be
couple of
more
events to go
reliable.
on
Well,
the
they're
third
very
stage
reliable.
before payload
Yeah,
deployment
see?
for the NRO. Our third stage will first complete that initial pass of Earth before it ignites to circle.
You guys got to remember, the rocket only needs to go for about the electric motor on the second stage only needs to go for about, I don't know, 5.5 minutes. On the first stage, it goes for 2-minute 30. See what I'm talking about? You don't need a lot of battery charge, man. An RC car battery can last longer than this. Think about it. It actually makes sense.
At Rocket Lab with the launch of the capstone mission to the moon only 5 weeks ago, on-orbit operations for that mission for the week following, and another mission for the NRO soon after that. Between capstone and NROL 162 was our shortest turnaround yet at only 15 days, with only 22 days to get us to today's mission. Keep an eye on Rocket Lab's social media for confirmation again of that payload deployment and mission success for NROL 199. But from the whole team, a big thank you to the NRO for entrusting us with the back-to-back missions for both 162 and 199. And thanks to you at home for joining us on our 29th Electron launch. We'll see you back here soon. This is Rocket Lab Mission Control, signing off.
Thank you, Mariel. Have a good afternoon? Morning? Well, afternoon. Afternoon. I have a fun link. Look, we're winding down. No. I'm going right to bed. So, yeah, that's going to have to wait for another day. Anyway, that was the L199. And by another day, I mean probably like 4 or 5 hours from now. Serious question. Why do rockets get rotation from engine cutoff? Engines don't shut down uniformly. It's not like turning a faucet off. You know what I mean? You could get some not combustion instability. You could get some residual inside of the combustion chamber that could pop the thing off and shoot it off in a different direction. Or what you saw with Rocket Lab there is that they hit the combustion chamber with helium on that engine. You saw the big helium cloud pop out of the engine when they shut it off. That is to prevent like any residuals from exploding inside of the engine and shooting it off course. Now, don't get me wrong, like that might not come uniformly out of the nozzle, so the thing will always kind of float around a little bit. There's also residual propellants inside of the tanks that just splash around all over the place when you shut the engine off, and that can spin stages. It happens all the time. There have been cases where stages go up into space and the drain at the bottom of the fuel tank, so the pickup, the propellant actually sloshes and swirls, and it created a whirlpool going into the fuel tank, right? And that whirlpool actually acted like a gyroscope and spun the stage out of control. Yeah, true story. That happened to SpaceX once on a Falcon 1 launch. Yeah. There's a bunch of different things. Cool, now time for a 14-hour Kerbal stream. Nope, I gotta go get some sleep. It sort of happens at KSB if you don't have an RCS or a gyro. Yep. It's a lot harder to deal with in real life, Reagan. Yeah, you gotta have some RCS on that second stage somewhere. And sleep is for the week, and during the week, yes, as well. Good luck on the rest of the crazy night. So, that's the L199 launch, guys. We have Sibber's Geo 6 on an Atlas 421 launching out of Slick 41 at Cape Canaveral. That is happening at 6:30. So I will see you here in about 5 hours. No, Trevu, I don't think so. So, yeah, I gotta go. I would sit here and talk rockets with you guys all night, but I gotta go get some sleep. All right. Guys, my buddy Hurt actually started streaming again, and he was telling me